Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Ellen Barrett, and we have a great show for you today. And we're starting off, we've got a special guest here today. This is Eugene. We've got to introduce him first because he's just the star of the show this morning. Yeah. He's adorable, and he's with Marissa today, and you're with the Dane County Humane Society. So thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
And then also Ashley with Mimosa Books and Gifts. You've seen her on Girl Talk. This is her first time coming on Talk of the Town, so thanks for being with us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
And we're talking about a cool fundraiser that's coming up that Mimosa is putting on to help the Dane County Humane Society. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so on Saturday, November 5th, Mimosa will be donating 50% of its sales to the Dane County Humane Society. We thought it'd be a great chance for people to come in and do a little early holiday shopping and know that it's really helping a great cause.
That's just fantastic. And I know you've mentioned before we started here just some different reasons for, why the Dane County Humane Society, but let's touch on that a little bit too.
All of us at Mimosa are so passionate about animals and helping animals, especially those in need. And the founder of our store, Patty Roth, 32 years ago, she actually was really, really passionate about animals as well. Some people may even remember our famous cats at Mimosa. And after she sold the store, Patty went on to work at DCHS. So it's still a cause that we, care a lot about.
So what can people do to participate if they're thinking, I definitely want to, stop by Mimosa that day and pick up some things I've been meaning to get and also help the Dane County Humane Society?
That's the great thing. It's so easy. All you have to do is come in and shop. And at the end of the day, we will look at 50% of our sales and cut hopefully a nice big check to DCHS.
That's fantastic, and I know from just getting to know you a little bit more all of the things that Mimosa Books and Gifts has. But for those who may not be familiar, let's just cover a little bit of what you guys have to offer, because it's so much.
Sure. We have great jewelry, incense, candles, we have statues, we have all kind of fun crystals, scarves, just a little bit of everything.
Everything you could think you might need, or maybe you've been thinking to try. I know in the past we've talked a lot about meditation, some different things you can do to aid in that, which I think goes along really cool with animals, because I think it is being in touch, with yourself and your surroundings, and animals are a great way to do that as well.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of a cool tie-in. I didn't even think about that before. And so how can people help the Dane County Humane Society if maybe they can't make it out to Mimosa that day?
Well, we are just so grateful for so much community support, and that's really how Dane County Humane Society, that's how we do all of our work. Is we're a private nonprofit organization, so we couldn't function without organizations or businesses like yours. But really, there are so many different ways you could help Dane County Humane Society, everything from throwing your own fundraiser to donating or coming in looking at volunteering.
Awesome, and I love that you mentioned that, because obviously if you have the monetary means to give a financial donation, that's always accepted. Maybe it be supplies or products or things like that, but time is so valuable. And if you have time to give, that's always something that they can use from you guys. And let's talk about the dates for that fundraiser one more time if you didn't catch it here at the beginning.
Yeah, Saturday, November 5th. It will be all day. We'll be open from 10 a.m. until 6:30 p.m.
Perfect. And before we go, let's talk about Eugene a little bit more too, because he's so stinking cute. What kind of mix do you think he is again?
So we think Eugene is probably a little mix of some sort of herding dog, maybe a basset hound, maybe a little corgi, but he really is one of those true wonderful mutts. I think the thing to know about Eugene is that he is a high energy little guy, and he's going to want a family that can kind of keep up with his big personality.
Oh, he's just precious. He's got the beautiful big brown eyes and just steal your heart, and the cute little legs. So cute. And so people can find him at the Dane County Humane Society?
Yep, he is available for adoption along with a lot of other really great young adult dogs right now. And he came up from overcrowded shelter in Arkansas. And we're just so fortunate to be in a community that has really embraced helping so many homeless animals that we are able to help out other communities in need.
Absolutely, and thank you all for being here today so much. Eugene, of course, thank you, sir. Marissa and Ashley as well. Thanks for putting together this fundraiser. That's an awesome way to just give back to the community.
Yeah,
so thank you so much. And we'll be back with more Talk of the Town right here on Wisconsin's 57 after this. Welcome back to Talk of the Town, and I am joined now by Andy Hill with Main Street Monroe. You're the executive board president over there. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
We're talking about a really cool event that's coming up in Monroe. I'm hopefully going to be able to make it. I really want to go, and it's called the First Thursday Wine Walk, and so I'm hoping that it involves wine.
Lots of wine.
So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about it.
So First Thursday is an event that we do, asking retail stores to stay open longer on Thursday nights. So usually they close at 5. We extend that till 7,
Sure.
and we're slowly building that up. But again, this is our second year doing it, and one of the things we want to do with the holiday season is, hey, let's do a wine walk and extend those hours even longer for to get people out.
That's got to be an almost deadly combination, mixing wine with shopping.
Yeah, it'll be exciting.
Oh, you're going to come back with like a backpack full of bags and treats. And maybe goodies too. Get your holiday shopping done and kind of fun while you do it.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Now I know you mentioned Thursday nights. Again, what time does the wine walk take place?
It starts at 6 p.m.
Okay.
It ends at 9 p.m. Check-in, we'll have a special place to check in between 3 and 6. People are going to want to get started right away.
Perfect.
But it'll be available for people after 6 o'clock also to check in.
So how it works then is you're stopping store to store and you get wine at each store?
That's correct. So at the check-in, you'll be given a wine glass,
Okay.
a map, and a bracelet. So then we
cool.
know that you're participating. And then with the map, it'll tell you which store, what wine they'll actually have at that store.
Awesome. So you can kind of map it out if there are special places you want to hit.
Exactly.
Very cool. So how many stores are going to be involved?
Currently, we have 17 retail stores.
Oh my.
And
Lots of options.
Lots of options.
Very cool. So 17 different stores. Where's the wine from?
The wine is all from Wisconsin.
Oh, awesome.
So we kept it within the state to help promote not just the local stores, but now if somebody goes to a store and they like the wine, they'll have brochures there so where they can say, oh, maybe I want to go visit that winery in Potosi.
Cool. That's so cool because there are so many beautiful places here, you know, all over Wisconsin. And I think typically when people think of wine, they think of California, but there's wine being grown right here in Wisconsin.
Absolutely.
That's super cool. And if somebody's watching this and they're thinking, I need to be there, how can they buy tickets?
The best way to go is in Monroe. There is the Toy House and also Heartland Graphics. So you can go there and purchase the tickets, or you can email Monroe Main Street at tds.net and let them know that you want to get tickets to have them set aside for you. Because once they're gone,
Right.
there's no more.
So what if you show up the night of and you want to be a part of the wine walk? Can you do that?
If we have any tickets available.
Okay, so it's a gamble.
It is a gamble.
So if you want your tickets for sure, be sure to do it ahead of time.
Exactly.
It sounds like perfect. And now let's just go over the details one more time. When and where can the wine walk take place?
It is Thursday, November 3rd from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Check-in will be from 3 to a little after 6. Downtown Monroe, so it's a historic square, and there's 17 different stores around the square of local wines, and 2 of our sponsors is Hawks Mill Winery, which is local, and also Minhas Winery, which is also
Awesome.
local, and they're actually going to be in more than one store, being that they're a sponsor.
Very cool. And if you have never been to Monroe, I just have to add, it is such a charming community. And the downtown area is literally a square, like almost out of a movie
Yeah.
that you could imagine. So it's just a great place to check out, and a new place, a new community, and to also support those local businesses. Now, if people want to get some more information as well about Main Street Monroe, where can they go?
MainStreetMonroe.org is our website. I recommend definitely checking it out because even if you miss this event,
Yeah.
we have lots of events that always go on throughout the year. Some of our big events are Cars on the Square or concerts on the square. And even this Monday, the 31st, we're having something called Trunk or Treat where we park cars and hand out candy.
Oh, always something going on. And that's what I think is so cool about your organization, is bringing all of those businesses together and the community together.
Absolutely.
I know I subscribe to the email newsletter, and that's been great because it keeps you up to date about what's coming up. So
Good.
be sure to do that. Awesome. Again, Andy Hill with Main Street Monroe, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
And be sure to go check out the wine walk. You're not going to want to miss it. And we'll be back with more Talk of the Town here on Wisconsin's 57 right after this. Welcome back to Talk of the Town, and with me now I have Lisa Harris. Now you are the founder, poet, and creative director with Fashion Meets Poetry. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you on the show because I've been trying to get you here now. It seems like for a couple weeks, and I've just been so excited. You had a big event in the Twin Cities area, I believe,
Correct.
that just looked phenomenal, and I'm just really excited to share it with people, tying in what that event was with your book. And so let's just dive right into it. Let's talk about your professional background first and what led to your recent creative and entrepreneurial pursuits, because this wasn't what you were always doing.
No, absolutely
Okay.
not. I'm a corporate gal. Most of my professional life, I was a buyer for apparel and beauty categories at Target Corporation.
Which has got to be cool too.
Oh, I mean, I absolutely loved my job. So I had a corporate background and always been writing poetry, and a girlfriend of mine encouraged me to write a poetry book. And I said earlier this morning to somebody, what am I going to do, just write a poetry book? I've been doing corporate
Right.
all my entire life. So she encouraged me, and I just said, why not?
Why not do it?
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's talk about your book, and I know you brought it with today. When did you release Unveiled Beauty and the handwritten stories from a poetic heart? And it's really cool because it pairs fashion with your poems, which I just think is really unique. So it seems a lot different than other books in the market.
Yeah. I'm very proud of the work that I did alongside my lead photographer, Phil Nofar, on this book. It's called Unveiled Beauty, Handwritten Stories from a Poetic Heart. And it's a very unique book because never before has an author taken these three art forms for the purpose of storytelling.
Yeah.
So it's fashion, photography, and poetry. And the photography enhances the story of the poems. So with my creative direction and my styling for the different models, there's more storytelling in the photographs. But what's really important in this book is what it represents. So
Yeah.
it really is a celebration of women. And that's what got me so excited, is when I decided to share very vulnerable and intimate poetry, that I wanted to make sure that real, everyday women represented that. So that when the reader looks at the book, they can either resonate with the words of the poems, or they can look into the eyes of the woman and know that there's something in this book for them. So, and then just from a poetry standpoint, it celebrates women. So 60% is love and heartache, because that's universal.
Yep.
And a poet writes about love, that's just the facts. But 40% is about women as it relates to social issues. I
Very
talk
cool.
about abuse, I talk about women empowerment and motherhood and aging, and a lot of really good topics.
Topics that a lot of people can relate to, it sounds like. Absolutely. And it sounds like the models in the book as well have a lot of ties to Wisconsin. So not only are they everyday women, but they're us.
There are women.
Yeah.
I am a Wisconsin native, so I grew up outside of midway between Madison and Milwaukee, in a small town called
Sure.
Delafield.
Okay.
And then I'm a graduate of the University of Wisconsin-Madison,
Awesome.
so this is home for me. But not only is it home for me, but let's see, I have to count in my head. 4 of my models are from Wisconsin, and I believe 4, now I'm not sure, but 4 or 5 are from Wisconsin, and
Sure.
several of them did go to the University of Wisconsin as well.
Oh, cool.
So there's a lot of Wisconsin roots in this book. And there's even a poem that I referenced some of my college days, and we're in some UW football jerseys. So
Oh, I love it.
that one's kind of a
A
special
good
one.
read. Very
Yeah.
cool. So before we go, where can people find your book and purchase it?
Right now we're just online, so you can find Unveiled Beauty on www.fashionmeetspoetry.com. On the landing page, there's a section where you can click on for the book. If you order there, you'll get a signed copy. Otherwise, we are available on Amazon.com, and I'm currently shopping retailers. I have a couple of promising leads, but soon we'll be out in the stores as well. So.
Fantastic. Be sure to check it out. And hopefully, I know you had that event up in the cities, hopefully one in Madison soon.
I'm
potentially?
crossing my fingers. I'd
Okay.
love to do a full-blown fashion show here. It
Oh.
would be so fun.
Looking forward to it again. This is Lisa Harris with Fashion Meets Poetry. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Ellen.
We
I appreciate it.
And we'll be back with more Talk of the Town here on Wisconsin's 57. Back to Talk of the Town, and with me today I have Antonia, who is usually behind the scenes here at Wisconsin's 57. So excited to have you on in front of the camera today.
Thank you.
Does it feel weird?
Yes, it feels
kind of
very
freaky.
weird.
Awesome. Well, excited to have you on. And this is Danny, and you both are here today, not with Wisconsin's 57, but you guys are also actors, and I know just from knowing you, it's something you like to do in your free time with The Dinner Detective. And you guys are both actors in this. I'm super excited to check it out. And for those who may not be familiar with what it is, I know it's somewhat new to the Madison area. What is it?
So, The Dinner Detective is, we're in 45 cities across the United States. It's an interactive murder mystery dinner show.
Awesome.
And it's a lot of fun.
I think I've heard of it before in other places. Never been to one here in Madison.
It actually started in LA.
Okay.
And it's brand new in Madison.
Yes.
Awesome. So something new to try. You know, if you think you've done everything there is to do here in Madison.
Yeah, especially if you lived
something
here a
new.
while.
Yeah, very cool. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun and interactive, which I think kind of makes it unique. You're not necessarily just sitting there and watching a play, right? It's
Right.
Right. We have actors who sit in with, it's like in a banquet hall.
okay.
And then you have the actors mingling with the guests, but you don't know that they're actors. It's set in modern times, and
There are no like hokey costumes, and
cool.
the dialogue that we have, a lot of it is improv because we're interacting with the audience, you know, in real time. And so the killer is in the room.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah, it's
That's
very
so
cool.
cool. I'm going to be questioning, you know, is who I'm talking to really a person or are they an actor? You never quite know.
Right.
And I want to talk about, too, you guys have ongoing shows which are open to the public, but people can also hire you guys for private showings as well, which could be a really fun way if you've got an event coming up.
right.
right.
And so give me the details for that.
So usually so you normally wouldn't know who the actors are.
Right.
But if you're involved with the company, obviously you know some people. So we try to get the companies involved with it a little bit. And they
cool.
are usually, they help us with the setup. At least some do, not everybody.
Awesome.
So then you can hire people. It could be anything from a wedding party to a company gathering.
Yeah.
So
And just about any size as well.
What a
I
fun
mean-
team building thing, or maybe if you're celebrating a milestone in the company, what a cool way to do that. That's
Right.
totally different than any way you might have done it before. And so if this is an ongoing show, how do you guys switch it up to keep it fresh? Or do you switch it up, or is it the same each time?
right, yeah.
So as we're just starting out in Madison, we have a script and we'll keep to the same script for, you know, between 1 and 3 months. And then we'll change it up.
Okay.
And so if you go to a show and you decide, because at our first show, a lot of people really wanted to come back again.
Sure.
And they wanted to know, will it be the same show next time? If you have gone to a show and you want to know if it will be different the next time you go, you can just call the box office,
Oh, nice.
and the number is on the screen.
Perfect.
So, and just let them know or ask them.
Awesome.
And generally we do switch it up every 3 months.
Okay.
But like she said, you can call the box office.
If you want to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and also because we have such a large cast that we switch in between, they can.
Easy to mix
It
it up.
seems a little bit different because everybody brings a little bit of their own essence to the characters.
Yeah. Right.
Because we get to play a different character every night, so it's not the same.
So where can people go to see when these shows are going to be, and how can they buy tickets?
So it's dinnerdetective.com/Madison/schedule. Yep, that's right. And it'll have all the show listings.
Perfect.
Some of the fun things that you can do if you want to do something for someone special, or if you want to be really involved in the show, is we have packages that you can buy to be involved as a prime suspect in the show.
Awesome. That is super cool. And I just love how interactive it is, and it seems like so much fun. And if people are interested in the private shows, they give that number a call as well. Call the box office.
Right.
Yes.
Perfect.
Any questions? Sorry.
Awesome. I'm so excited to check this out. You guys are not going to want to miss The Dinner Detective. Again, this is Antonia and Danny. Thank you both for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you to all of our guests, and thank you for watching today. You can find us next time on Talk of the Town, only on Wisconsin's 57.